Hello everybody and welcome to race number 4 for the feature event here at Wilmot Speedway. Let's get right on into it and let's start with the starting lineups. Jack Porkins and Bob Shopke are going to round out the front row. Jack Porkins and Bob Shopke have been having a really bad season so far, Shopke especially. Zachary Fitzwater and Eric Willis is making up row 2. Chris Dodd and Jake Rogers making up row 3. Kyle Collins and Roy Bruce has not missed a feature yet, make up row 4. Row 5 is going to be Henrietta Fitzwater. Both Fitzwaters in this race for once. And Nick Pericles is going to make up row 5. Dejan Weeks and Carson Scott are going to make up row number 6. Lucas Tran, Cody Smart going to make up row number 7. Mike Serra, last week's feature winner, and Eric Hayden, the points leader currently, is going to make up row 8. Sam Rogers and Josh and Ferdinand Gabat are going to make up row number 9. And finally, in the 10th row is going to be the number 5 of Joshua Jones and the G5 of Brock McMahon. That is your starting lineup, and let's get right on into the racing. Cars coming around turn 4, pace cars off. And we are green here at Wilmot Speedway. Jeff Porkins leads him down. He makes a really good run coming off of turn number 2, but he's got Zachary Fitzwater right up his back end. Fitzwater in the 59 trying to get to the bottom side. He will do it, and he will lead Zachary Fitzwater. Oh, no, wait, Jeff Porkins leads lap 1. Nice drag race to the line for the first lap led. And Jeff Porkins now, but he's going to have some trouble. From the 59 car, the 59 running a very good line. The low line has seemed to be really good here, and now the 43 of Henrietta Fitzwater is going to try and take over that second spot from Jack Porkins. We saw this last race, Porkins got knocked up high and then he just fell back. So this is obviously not what he wanted to see at the very beginning of the fourth race, and just a little bit of bad luck there. Car just did not really pick up as much as the 59 it looks like, but you see him trying to deal with the 21 of Dejan Weeks. Dejan has not had the best time as team owner and as a driver. The only really consistent driver he has so far is Lucas Tran, who's kind of back towards the middle of the field. But Dejan Weeks right now having a good run, fighting for second with Henrietta Fitzwater. And one of the DW Motorsports drivers, Bob Shopke, we're going to ride along with him, has had the worst season of every driver so far, has not made a feature yet until now. He's kind of back in the field. It looks like he is considered in 6th, but he's more about like 10th position. He's about in 10th position. Currently fighting with a bunch of drivers. I believe he's got one driver on the inside. He's fighting with the 83 of Kyle Collins, but he has not had the best season so far. It has just been a rough road for the 334 car to just try and make a feature event, and let alone do well in the last chance showdown. He is just he is currently at the bottom in points and is just trying to make up a lot. And this feature berth could really help him out. One of the veteran drivers, he actually, I don't remember what his age would be, but he is not a young driver. He knows how to wheel these cars. He's just not had a very good start to his season. And it looks to me like he's kind of picking things up. I believe new team, and just trying to feel out the car. He's really not been driving this car for very long, so I guess that's partially why. Currently, though, here's the battle for the lead. Jake Rogers and Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater has been leading since, I believe, lap 2 when he passed Porkins for the lead. But now Jake Rogers is going to take a look to the inside. Rogers now to the inside of the 59. It's going to be a drag race. I don't know who led that. Looks like the timer says it was going to be Fitzwater, but the 98 now taking control as they come around into turn number 3. Jake Rogers holding that middle line, trying to keep the 59 car from getting by him easily. He's going to lead that lap. And Bob Shopke looking to be running real well, as he is now passing Cody Smart for 3rd. You got the 98 and the 59. The 59 is going to try and take the lead again as he goes diving down to the bottom line. Jake Rogers still going to be able to lead that lap. He's already led 2 now. And it's a pretty good battle for the lead right now. The 59 car dipping into the inside lane. Bob Schopke looking to be a threat here as he's going to try and catch up to these 2 cars battling for the lead. And that's not really what you want to be doing when there's a car that's going to be catching up to you. And they settle out. The 59, the 98 car now 1 and 2. Jake Rogers falls back to second, but I don't believe this is the last we're going to see of this battle for the lead. Jake Rogers taking that corner a little bit high, but he looks to be having a really fast car today, and it wouldn't surprise me if he was able to get by the 59 again. But Zachary Fitzwater showing a lot of speed in the feature. Great shot at the lead from the 98. So we've got a really good battle going on so far. Schopke has now almost caught the 98 car as they head down into turn 2 for lap, I believe, 18. And the next lap will be lap 19. So great battle for the lead going so far. Here's one of the other drivers who we'd like to feature, Roy Bruce in the 808. He's been one of the most consistent drivers. We've already talked about Bob Schopke being one of the worst drivers at the moment, but Roy Bruce has been one of the best drivers on the field so far, and I believe he's second in points at the moment. You can see him trying to pass the 334 Bob Schopke. That car has just been having speed. He's never missed a feature, and I made this noted in the starting lineups where he has never missed a feature event. So that's why he's such a high points car, because he's never missed a single feature, and that's really what's going to get you good in the point standings if you can just consistently make the feature events. And Roy Bruce not holding back this race as he's trying to get by the 59. He already finished second in the first race at Beaver Dam, and I believe he wants to complete one race in first, but he's got to try and get past the 98 of Jake Rogers, who is just pulled away from the 59 car of Zachary Fitzwater. And we've only got about 7 or 8 laps left in the race as they head out into turn 4 for going to take the flag for lap 24. And this race is just, it's been pretty exciting to just see what everyone's been able to do. Jake Rogers, not Zach Rogers, currently holding that lead as they cross the line for lap 25. Roy Bruce, I don't know if he has the speed to catch up to the 98, as the 98 has just been really fast this entire race, especially since he's gotten by the 59 now. Just kicked on the afterburners and let it loose as the 98 of Jake Rogers continuing to run the ring. Roy Bruce, though, he's coming up behind, and he's just stalking the 98 car. I don't know if the 808 has enough speed to try and get up to the 98, but another driver might end up into the fray is going to be Lucas Train in the 4 car, DW Motorsports, third entry. And Lucas Trent already has a win at Beaver Dam, the first race of the season. He dominated that race, leading all 40 laps, and the 808 finished right behind him. He hasn't had as good of a season as Roy Bruce has, but at DW Motorsports, he's the most consistent and the best driver I think they have so far. He's the highest in points of the DW Motorsports cars. But Jake Rogers still continuing to lead the race. Roy Bruce really hasn't made anything up on the 98 car yet. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, because there's the white flag for one more lap. Jake Rogers leading this race. Heading down the backstretch into turn number 3, heading out into turn number 4. Jake Rogers not going to be contested. He's going to win here at Wilmot Speedway for race number 4's feature event. And here it is, Jake Rogers for his victory celebration. Gonna spin it around and he's going to stick his car into the victory area. Give the fans what they love. And that's going to be how you finish out. Jake Rogers winning that race. Roy Bruce in second. Lucas Tran finishing third. Fourth is going to be Zachary Fitzwater. Fifth, Dejan Weeks. Sixth, the best finish Bob Shopey's probably had in a while. Seventh, Kyle Collins. Eighth, Nick Pericles. Ninth is going to be Eric Willis in the 604. And Chris Dodd is going to finish out in 10th. I believe that's where he finished the Last Chance Showdown as well to get into this race. Here's your last 20 cars. 11th is Sam Rogers. 12th is going to be Henrietta Fitzwater. 13th, Jack Porkins. Not as bad of a fallback, but really not good. 14th is going to be the 24Y of Mike Serra. 15th is going to be the 25 of Carson Scott. Cody Smart in 16th. Ferdinand Gabat 17th. Eric Hayden, a bad run for him. He's going to finish 18th. Joshua Jones in 19th. And Barack McMahon 20th. They did not gain any positions on that race. Here are your point standings. Roy Bruce with 99 points going to be taking the lead from Eric Hayden again. He's going to be at the top. Lucas Train in second. Third is Eric Hayden with 86 points. Fourth is Mike Serra with 81. Tie for fifth is Barack McMahon and Jake Rogers. Chris Dodd with 75, Cody Smart with 74, Dejan Weeks with 73, and Nick Pericles is going to end with 70 points, and that's actually going to make itself fairly known once the next slide comes in. That Nick Pericles, I believe, is in a four-way tie for 10th position, and as we see here, yep, he's in a four-way tie with Joshua Jones, Tanya Breyer, and his teammate Kyle Collins. 14th will be Zachary Fitzwater with 69 points. Eric Willis with 66. 16th is Sam Rogers in the 53 car with 62 points. Patrick Curtis not making that feature really hurt him. He's in a tie with Jack Porkin, 17th and 18th with 59 points each. Matthew Brown is going to be in 19th in points with 55. Ferdinand Gavat, the last two feature races has really helped him gain a bit in the point standings. He's going to end up in 20th with 54 points. And here's where the guys who need to pick it up, really need to pick it up. Callum Wood with 54, Alex Tanker in 22nd with 53. Kyle Maxwell with 51 points is going to be in 23rd. Another tie here for 24th position. Henrietta Fitzwater and Daniel Maxwell. Carson Scott with 26th. With 46 points. Bob Shopke, really good run, helped him out a lot. He was in dead last, not even with 20 points, and now he's got 41 points on the season. JT Hanley, TJ Hanley. It's kind of interesting that the brothers have a tie for 28th with 38 points, and finally Gabriel Wanderley with 25. That is going to round out race number 4. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next event. Winston Motor Speedway.